Words have power. They shape our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. This is especially true for words like race, ethnicity, and nationality. These terms, often used interchangeably, carry a heavy weight. They have been used to categorize, rank, and ultimately oppress groups of people throughout history. These labels can feel inescapable, shaping our experiences and opportunities. From the moment we are born, we are assigned to categories based on these terms. These categories then influence how others perceive us and how we see ourselves. Understanding the true meaning and impact of these words is crucial. It allows us to recognize the ways in which they have been used to divide and control. More importantly, it empowers us to challenge these systems of oppression. We must deconstruct these terms to understand their origins and how they continue to shape our world. Only then can we begin to dismantle the structures that perpetuate inequality. The concepts of race, ethnicity, and nationality are not inherent or fixed. They are social constructs, created and manipulated throughout history to serve specific agendas. These terms gained prominence during periods of colonialism and imperialism. European powers used these categories to justify the exploitation and subjugation of entire populations. Race, based on arbitrary physical characteristics, was used to create a hierarchy. This hierarchy placed Europeans at the top and other groups, deemed inferior, below. Ethnicity, focusing on shared cultural practices and origins, was used to differentiate groups. This differentiation often served to pit communities against each other and solidify colonial rule. Nationality, linked to the concept of nation-states, emerged as a tool to foster unity within empires. However, it also led to the exclusion and marginalization of those who did not fit the dominant national identity. Understanding this historical context is essential. It reveals how these terms have been used to create and maintain systems of power and privilege. While often used interchangeably, race, ethnicity, and nationality have distinct meanings. Recognizing these differences is crucial for dismantling the ways in which these terms are weaponized. Race is a social construct that categorizes people based on perceived physical differences. These differences, often skin color, are arbitrarily assigned meaning and used to create a hierarchy of value. Ethnicity, on the other hand, refers to a shared cultural heritage. This includes language, religion, customs, and traditions. It speaks to a sense of belonging based on common ancestry and history. Nationality refers to an individual's legal relationship with a nation-state. It is often determined by birthplace, parentage, or naturalization. Nationality grants certain rights and responsibilities associated with citizenship. It's important to note that these categories are not mutually exclusive. Individuals can identify with multiple races, ethnicities, and nationalities. Recognizing the fluidity and intersectionality of these identities is crucial. The concepts of race, ethnicity, and nationality have real-world consequences. They shape laws, policies, and social norms, impacting individuals and communities in profound ways. Historically, these terms have been used to justify discrimination, segregation, and even genocide. From Jim Crow laws in the United States to apartheid in South Africa, race has been a tool of oppression. Ethnicity has also been used to marginalize groups. Language policies, religious persecution, and cultural suppression are just a few examples of how ethnicity becomes a target. Nationality, often linked to citizenship, determines access to rights and opportunities. Immigration policies, for example, can privilege certain nationalities over others, creating barriers to entry and inclusion. These terms also impact personal identity. They can shape how we see ourselves, where we feel a sense of belonging, and how we navigate the world around us. Section 5. Beyond the surface. Understanding complexity. It is crucial to move beyond simplistic understandings of race, ethnicity, and nationality. These terms are not monolithic, and they do not define the entirety of an individual's identity or experience. We must recognize the diversity within these categories. People who share the same race or ethnicity can have vastly different cultures, beliefs, and experiences. Similarly, individuals within the same nation-state can have diverse backgrounds and perspectives. Reducing individuals to these labels ignores their unique stories, struggles, and aspirations. It perpetuates stereotypes and prejudices that fuel discrimination. By engaging with the complexities of these identities, we develop a more nuanced understanding of ourselves and others. We begin to see each other as individuals, not simply representatives of a particular group. Section 6. Reclaiming our narratives, identity as empowerment. Despite their history of oppression, race, ethnicity, and nationality can also be sources of strength, pride, and solidarity. Reclaiming these terms from their oppressive pasts is a powerful act of resistance. By choosing how we define our own identities, we challenge the narratives imposed upon us. We can celebrate our heritage, embrace our cultures, and find community with those who share similar experiences. This process of reclaiming requires critical reflection and intentional action. It means questioning the assumptions and biases embedded in these terms and choosing to define them on our own terms. It also means challenging the systems and structures that perpetuate inequality based on these categories. We must work towards a world where these terms no longer limit our opportunities or define our worth. Section 7. The urgency of now dismantling oppressive structures. The work of dismantling the oppressive structures built around race, ethnicity, and nationality is ongoing and urgent. It requires a collective effort to challenge discriminatory policies, practices, and beliefs. We must advocate for equitable access to education, healthcare, housing, and employment opportunities for all individuals, regardless of their background. This requires dismantling systems of privilege and addressing historical injustices. We must also challenge prejudice and discrimination in our own communities and institutions. This includes confronting our own biases, educating ourselves and others, and speaking out against injustice when we see it. Section 8. Towards a future of equity. The journey towards a more equitable future requires a fundamental shift in how we understand and engage with race, ethnicity, and nationality. It demands a commitment to dismantling the systems that perpetuate inequality and embracing the richness of human diversity. By challenging the ways in which these terms have been used to divide and oppress, we create space for understanding, empathy, and solidarity. We move closer to a world where these labels no longer define our worth or determine our destinies. Let us continue to question, challenge, and reimagine these concepts. Let us work towards a future where every individual has the opportunity to thrive, regardless of their race, ethnicity, or nationality.